94.3 WYBC, the rhythm of the city. Juan Castillo with you on the workforce. And it's my pleasure to have in the building Lauren Jefferson, a.k.a. DJ Too Much, co-founder of Wind Down CT. She's been doing DJing for over 15 years. And I saw a post on social media about this DJ challenge, and it was Lauren. So what's happening? What's going on with that?
What's up? Yeah, so I'm the founder of Six Figure DJs, and we're doing a 5-day DJ challenge going down September 22nd through 26th, live on Zoom. We have DJs from all over the country, even all over the world tapping in. So we get live on social media. Every day the DJs have a DJ assignment to knock out different genres between hip-hop, R&B, Afrobeats, reggae, house. And every day they're challenged, they knock out the assignment. And then in our live Zoom, we have workshops, special guest DJs. Like the last one we had Dochi's DJ Miss Milan. We had DJ Earns, DJ Liftoff. Said the same. We have like a bunch of DJs that are up and coming and industry leaders that DJs can ask questions, get real-time answers, and get tips and tricks to really grow their businesses.
Yeah.
And then after we have the session, we have another hour where we go through the mixes and the assignments that the DJs actually did. So the DJs get to hear each other's mixes and hear new music. We share music. We really go through pretty much everything it takes to be a DJ. You know, everything from mixing, blending, scratching to how to build your business. How are you marketing yourself? How are you using social media to get yourself out there? And our number one goal is to help Black and Brown DJs to really turn their skill, not just turn it from hobby into a business and really make it something that can be lucrative enough. A lot of people are getting laid off. You know, a lot of these DJs are losing their jobs. I have one DJ I was just talking to this week. He was making like $160K a year. You know, he got laid off from like a tech job, and he's like, man, all I got is DJing now, and I don't know how to get myself out there. So, you know, I'm on these calls with these DJs, and I'm like, you got to come into our workshop and talk to other DJs that are doing it like you.
Right.
So that was the real reason why we built this 5-day challenge, just to like get DJs together, to build community, and to really give them access to education around not just the skills, but also the marketing and the business side too.
So you started this 5 years ago, you told me, right?
Yeah. So I started Six Figure DJs in 2019, right before the pandemic.
Right.
And you know, I launched in January, and then March 2020, everything shut down. And I was like, am I going to keep going, or am I going to stop too? You know, because like a lot of the gigs had stopped, but instead of stopping, I was like, let me just run some ads and see what happens. So I kept pushing and running ads. And during the pandemic, I started having a lot of one-on-one phone calls with the DJs that were like, man, I lost all my gigs. I don't know what to do. And just like, I was having phone calls and just like, hey, don't give up. Like, think about what's going to happen as soon as this is over. Like, people are going to want to party more than ever before, which is what we saw happen. You know, so like now DJing has blown up. Yes. Everybody wants to be a DJ.
Exactly.
You know, so.
And with technology, almost everybody can with the right direction.
Yes.
Right. Being able to use the equipment and the technology to be able to really make it happen. Because without that today, that's not going to work. I mean, you can't take crates to the casino.
Right.
Right. Back in the day, that's all we had.
Yeah.
Right. I think the other thing also is that, you know, hip hop was really all about inclusion, because I was there at the beginning, I show my age. And it was about inclusion, and it was also about raising up new DJs, new rappers, new graffiti artists, new dancers, right?
Right.
And we kind of moved away from that a little bit, you know, like it got to the point where like the competition and all of that. And, you know, and I heard, like, you know, 10 years ago, I had kids asking me, well, how do I become a DJ? You know, and asking me, and I don't really spend, but because I'm a DJ on the radio.
Yeah.
And I didn't have an answer. Like, it's like, you know, because there wasn't anybody doing that. That's what you're trying to do, right?
Yeah, I think, you know, the social media age has changed the game completely. You know, like you see kids that are just starting in their bedroom and suddenly they're getting booked, you know, because they know how to use social media in a way that can kind of push themselves as a brand or as an artist right away without really having the skills, which can kind of be, it's a completely different culture now, you know? But then the other part of that is some of these DJs, they're just starting and they get out there and they're like, they don't really have the skills to get in front of an audience and to hold a crowd.
Right.
You know, so like what we see is at the 5-day DJ challenge, it's like, all right, we want to hear that you actually got some skills, that you can actually mix, that you can actually blend, that you know what songs to choose.
Yes.
And that you know how to move a crowd. Because if you can move a room full of 100 DJs and we like your set, you're going to feel more comfortable to get in front of the crowd next Friday and play a set similar and know that, hey, all these DJs really like this set. And I know I have the confidence now to get in front of an audience and do it. But a lot of times now, especially because of social media, people are like by themselves. They're in their room and they're just mixing or blending and trying whatever out without really having any feedback to know unless they get out there. So I think the culture has shifted tremendously from, you know, back in the day where, you know, you like when I first started, I'm up in my bedroom and I'm listening to like Funk Flex and I'm like, oh, I want to do what he's doing, you know.
Right.
But then I have my friends to like test it out with. Whereas this new generation, I mean, they call them the non-dancing generation, you know, like the pandemic changed the culture so much, you know.
True.
So just the way that people interact with music is completely different.
And I think technology has got something to do with it, right? You know, to a large effect, right? Because now, you know, you still got to have an ear, right? Because when you blend, you got to know, and then you got to understand now, like, you know, controllers versus the turntables, you know, Serato. Now you got that, you know, you got stems right now that you know,
game changer.
Yeah, exactly. You know, but great, good for you. Now let's talk about the event, all right, that you guys got coming up.
Oh yeah, Wind Down CT. So I'm the co-founder of Wind Down CT. November 1st, 2025, we're doing the Masquerade at a secret location in New Haven, Connecticut, a legendary secret location. And if people want to get tickets, winddownct.com. Tickets are going very fast. We just released them last Friday, so they're already moving.
As a matter of fact, you're gonna give us 2 tickets to give away right now, right?
Yes.
Yeah, 2 passes to Wind Down CT. If you haven't been to one of these, you need to be a part of this because this is a game changer in terms of entertainment. And give us a little synopsis, a little bit. I've got to surprise people, but how do you guys curate this, and what's your thoughts when you do these things?
Man, we have such an amazing team. Like we really, the foundation of the curation really starts with our team, and just like we whatever theme it is, we really try to make sure that we execute in this way that it feels like a real experience. So as soon as you walk in the door, every piece of it is like an experience where you're walking in and you're like, oh wow, this is amazing. Like we're really trying to create something that's different for New Haven and for Connecticut in general. And the crowd is 25 and up, but I'll say the majority of our crowd is really 30 to 45.
Right.
We have a good audience. Everybody comes fly, fresh to death. Like I love seeing people really dress up and look good in the crowd. We don't really even have to tell them to dress up. They just know. They know, all right, if I'm going to Wind Down, I know I got to look good. I know there's going to be cameras there, photographers, videographers. So the energy just in itself, I feel like our team, the foundation is we want to give people something to really get excited about, a reason to come out and have a good time and have fun.
Awesome. 203-562-9430 is the number. Call the number 9. You got the tickets. Lauren, thank you so much for coming through. Really appreciate everything that you're doing, not only for hip hop, but also for our community at large. Appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I appreciate you.
Absolutely. Juan Castillo with you. It's the Rhythm of the City, 94.3 WYBC.